Hello, good morning everyone. I am one of the reporters for today. Together with me is Mr. Ervin Imba, and we are assigned to report this phase 3, which is the important phases of hydrologic cycle. So first, we have to tackle about the precipitation, the occurrence, and measurement. So last time, we have discussed already this precipitation. So accordingly to definition, it is the water released from clouds in the form of rain, freezing rain, sleet, snow, or hail. So it is the primary connection in the water cycle that provides for the delivery of atmospheric water to the earth. So most precipitation falls as rain. So, di ba na-discuss naman nato last time nga ang mga gases nga nag-evaporate nga mo ito sa taas o kung mag-form na sila clouds dito and then mapuno siya mag-fall into rain. So, first point is the formation. So, the clouds floating overhead contain water vapor. So, and cloud droplets, so which are small drops of condensed water. So, these droplets are way too small to fall as precipitation, but they are large enough to form visible clouds. So, water is continually evaporating and condensing in the sky. If you look closely at a cloud, you can see some part disappearing, or the so-called evaporating. So, while other parts are growing or condensation. So, most of the condensed water in the clouds does not fall as precipitation because their fall speed is not large enough to overcome updraft which support the cloud. So, giingon diri sa formation, so as we have know or as we already know that precipitation dito sa process, di ba, katong magbuo dito ang clouds dito sa taas into clouds. So, kung mapuno siya, mo to siya mag-fall as rain. So, katong mga floating clouds or mga clouds nga naga-contain to siya og water vapor and cloud droplets. So, mao na siya ang katong mga droplets kay ma-consider siya or ma-fall siya as precipitation and but it is a visible clouds. So, for precipitation to happen, first, tiny water droplets must condense on even tinier dust, salt, or smoke particles, so which act as a nucleus. So, ang nag-act daw nga nucleus diri kay katong mga tiny water droplets nga nag-condense into even tinier dust, salt, or smoke particles. So, water droplets may grow as a result of additional condensation of water vapor when the particles collide. So, if enough collision occur to produce a droplet with a fall velocity which exceed the cloud updraft speed, then it will fall out of the cloud as precipitation. So, tanan dili pud siya dili pud tanan makonsider nga precipitation. Ma-fall out lang siya kapag nag-exceed siya exceeds the cloud updraft speed. So, mo to siya. So, to continue, this is not a trivial task since millions of cloud droplets are required to produce a single raindrop. A more efficient mechanism and or known as the Bergeron-Fine-Dyson process for producing a precipitation-sized drop is through a process which leads to the rapid growth of ice crystals at the expense of the water vapor present in a cloud. So, these crystals may fall as snow or melt and fall as a rain. So, dito, pag magbuo na siya dito sa clouds or sa taas, katong mga crystal or mga water vapor present sa cloud kay kating mga crystals ani usahay ma-fall siya as snow or it could be melt or it will fall as a rain. So, for forms, so we have this for Philippine setting. So, in the Philippines, an archipelago of thousands of islands. So, it is well known na ang Philippines kay composed of thousands islands. So, the climate is generally tropical maritime with a relative cool season from December to February. So, ang cool season daw sa Philippines is from December to February. So, same as well as today. So, nag-experience ta og mga cool season. So when the northeast trade winds prevail and a hot, humid and rainy season from May to December to November, when southwest monsoon prevails. So between March and May, before the arrival of the summer monsoon, the temperature increases and reaches the highest levels of the year, especially in the center north, in the interior of the larger islands. Hence, in general, the coolest month or the least hot is January, while the warmest is May, di ba? Mapansin nato na ang summer is nato diri is from May, April, May or May or June. And giingon diri ang coolest month daw is or ang pinaka less hot is ang month of January. In the north of Luzon, cool air masses can sometimes arrive from December to March. So much so that at night the temperature can drop to around 12 over or 15 degrees Celsius. So it could be converted as a 54 or 59 degrees Fahrenheit. So on the southernmost islands close to equator, temperatures are more stable and remain high all year round. So the least rainy period varies depending on area. And as week pass it, advances proceeding from north to south. In Legazpi or in Luzon Island, rainfall drops below 200 mm or 8 inches per month from March to May. While in Borongan or Samar Island, this happens from July to September. So this is the table. So here is the average precipitation in Legazpi, located in the southeast of the island of Luzon. So in the place of Legazpi, we have this table. So precipitation in mm in January, we can see here 295, February 195, March 195, April 150, 180, so on and so forth. So in a year, there are a total of 3,100. While in precipitation in inches, in a total year, it is 122. So in a days of precipitation in a month, so we have this 19, 15, 15, 15, 14, and so on and so forth. So a total days in a year, we have to. So in the rest of the Philippines, the climate can be defined as tropical since it is possible to identify a dry season. So, di ba, sa tuwa dire sa Philippines, we have this four season months. So, ang climate na to can be defined as tropical. So, which usually runs from February to April, but in the most sheltered areas, the rains are rare, even in December and January. So, the dry season is more evident in the western part or the blue area, while it's less evident but still present in the central part or the green area. In contrast, the summer monsoon is generally more intense in the western part. In this area, the biggest cities of the Philippines are found, starting from capital, which is Manila, and the northernmost islands, Batanes and Babuyan, are located from the north and almost at the tropic in winter. They are affected by cool air masses from Asian continent. So, the weather is pretty cool from December to February with average high around 24 or 25 degrees Celsius or 75 or 77 degrees Fahrenheit. So here is the average precipitation in Basco. So we have the here table, the same with Legazpi a while ago. So from precipitation in from January 180, 125 in February, 90 in March, 70 in April, 170 in May, and so on and so forth. So a total in a year, we have this 2,850. While in precipitation in inches, so in a year, we have this 112.2. So number of days, we have this 18, 14, 10, 8, 10, 14, 15, 20, 18, and so on and so forth. So in a year, we have a total of 180. So types. What are the types of precipitation or how can it be formed? Diba na ino nato gay ng formation ng forms. So we have this first rain. So what is rain? So most commonly observed drops larger than drizzle. So ang drizzle kay is 0.02 inch or 0.5 mm or more. So ana siya kagamay ang drizzle are considered rain. Pero ang rain is mas larger sa drizzle. So mas dako siya sa 0.5 mm or sa 0.02 inches or inch rather. So however, smaller drops are also considered raindrops. If in contrast to drizzle, they are widely separated. So, di ba, dili naman siguro, ano sa tuwa ang rain. So, nakakita na siguro tatalan og rain. So, these pictures shows kung unsa ang rain. So, no need so much to discuss this because I know kabalo na ta kung unsa jud ning rain. Next is drizzle. So, man siya kung giingon giina kung sa to kagamay 0.5 mm or 0.02 inch lang siya kadako or kagamay. So, drizzle is a fairly uniform precipitation composed exclusively of fine drops very close together. So, drizzle appears to float while following air currents, but unlike fog droplets, it falls to the ground. So, quite often, fog and drizzle occur together. So, sa makita na to ang drizzle, mura siya karang fogs. So, kung nani ang mga, ang ano is, could be considered as zero visibility sa dalan. So, sometimes mapagkamalan siya nga fogs, but they are different. Pero, ang fogs and drizzle kay nagasabay siya. Kay ang fogs is nag-ano lang siya sa atmosphere, while ang drizzle is ang droplets nag-adto sa nag-occur sa ground or it fall to the ground. We have this ice pellet or the so-called sleet. So, precipitation of transparent or translucent pellets of ice, which are round or irregular hard grains of ice, consisting of frozen raindrops or largely melted, then refrozen snowflakes. Diba, we have discussed a while or gagaina na precipitation can be form of rain, snow, or melted. So, kani siya, ang ice pellet are round or irregular hard grains of ice. So it is consist of frozen raindrops. So frozen raindrops. So kung sa rain kagay na is tubig siya, kani siya is frozen. Ang raindrops niya is frozen. So, and it is a largely melted then refrozen snowflakes. Then the last one is hail. So ang hail is in precipitation in the form of small balls or other pieces of ice falling separately or frozen together in regular lumps. So it is associated with a thunderstorm. Individual hailstones are 1/4 inch or 5 mm or greater in diameter. So hail sizes of 1 inch or 2.5 centimeter or more indicative of severe thunderstorm. So mabuo daw ni siya or it is associated with the thunderstorm. So kauban na siya sa mga thunderstorm. So it is irregular lumps. So na siya different sizes. So dago ni siyang ano, mura po siya mga mura po siya snow, mura frozen ano, but buo-buo siya. So as you can see, 'di ba, sa first picture na i-card na hulugan siya og big ano, though it is a kinda of ano, a joke or a meme, but itong mga small balls is a representation of hail. So in the second picture, pag ang mga car is na stuck tungod sa hail. So, and most sizes daw sa hail is 1 inch or a 2.5 centimeter. So, that ends my report. And to continue our report, please watch or read watch the video presentation of my partner in this report, Mr. Irvin Imba. So, once again, I am Dave and Pag-ong. Thank you for listening. Keep safe and stay healthy.